Hello and welcome to this tutorial on website development. So in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to create a simple web page in HTML and CSS. In front of you have an example on a wedding venue hire website in which you can navigate through buttons, look at pictures quite nicely. This website is linked to the code found on this Notepad++ document you can see on the left. Now we will be picking apart this website and we're going to determine which pieces of code affect which parts of the website. So to start off with, we have tags. These tags here, 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 and as you can see throughout the web page, both have a start, which look like this, and a finish, which look like this. You can determine the start and the finish through the backslash function or / function. So to start off with, we have a title for C&K Home. The C&K Home title, let's see how it affects the website on the right hand side if we change it. Title 01. You must save the document every time you make an edit to see the final production on the right hand side. Let's reload the web page. As you can see, for the tab on the top, it has changed to title 01. So the website tab title is determined by what you type here in the title function next to the tags title and / title. Here we have a comment tag. Comment tags will allow you to put in code and not have the code function on the website. This is always quite nice for making comments such as, "These are style sheet links." This is not necessarily code or a script, but it allows users to see basically what the code underneath it is doing. So the code underneath this is linking it to a style sheet. Now, a style sheet is what allows people to, as it says, style their website. Now this is linked to a CSS style sheet, so the two main components of this website is a HTML file and a CSS style. CSS standing for Cascading Style Sheets and HTML standing for Hypertext Markup Language. Now, this link tag will link it to a file found on the directory, which is also this file here, and this is how CSS is laid out. I will be going over the CSS very shortly. Now, let us move to the body part of the website. The body part for this website can get very complex, and for GCSE students and Key Stage 3 students, div tags is slightly irrelevant, but it does reference to a box model you can look at online, and you will be able to see how div tags work to create this website here on the right hand side. But for now, we are going to be looking at the simple code used for this website for educational purposes only. So to start with, we have an image source for cnklogo.png with a style of width 304 pixels and a height of 228 pixels. Now, this is an example of how you can style a picture or an image on the HTML code without using the CSS style. You can reference the style directly in the HTML or you can reference it in the stylesheet.css. This image is sourcing to a picture which is called cnklogo.png. Now, if you were to get rid of the cnklogo.png and save the file, as you will see on this side, the logo for CNK should disappear. Now I have reloaded the web page and the logo has disappeared. If I was to put the code back and save the file, the logo will reappear. Now, after that we have a H2 tag. H2 is the second largest tag you can have in HTML. It stands for heading to, and we have a paragraph for wedding venue hire. Now, the P tag will determine when the paragraph will start and when the paragraph will end. Wedding venue hire will be linked to the wedding venue hire you see on screen here. If I was to change it, it would look like this. So we can change it to Key Stage 3 GCSE Computing. Save the file and reload the web page, and it has changed on the website. Now, we have a navigation tab which will allow users to navigate the website. So we have a paragraph of H references, and the hyperlink references will go to pages cnkabout.html, cnkevents and venues.html, cnkgallery.html, cnkpackages and availability.html, and cnkcontactus.html. These are all separate files you will find on the top. So these separate files will contain their own HTML code. Now, on the website, if you were to select cnkabout.html, it will link you to the home screen. As you see, you select the button and nothing happens. cnkevents and venues.html will take you to the events and venues page. The cnkgallery.html will also take you to the gallery page. These are how basic buttons work in HTML. Now, we have an image source, again, for picture3.jpg with a width of 600 pixels and a height of 400 pixels. Now, we can also use percentages instead of pixels. So if we were to put 20% by 20% and save the file, as you will see, it will change the picture to 20% by 20% of the screen. We finally come to a footer. Inside the footer you will see our images on the screen, a paragraph of text, image buttons, and a footer copyright. So for the footer we have image sources again linking to specific files you will find on the directory, FSB logo, LB photo, CBCBC. Now you're probably wondering how this is laid out in the files, so I will show you the root file of the website. This is what a root file will look like. Now, in this root file we have both images and we have both HTML pages and a CSS page. You can use these images and put them into an image file to make the file system look better. This is what a basic website file extension will look like, with both images for the gallery and the root, which should really only contain the CSS and the HTML files. Now, let us look at this here, the Brett logo. Now, the Brett logo is referenced here in the image source. This is also linked to the Brett logo on the website. So what would happen if I was to remove the Brett logo? Let us place it in the images file. And delete it from this file. Now to save, you will have to make a change, so I'm just going to rename it. Now, as you see, the image is gone from the website. So, if you have an image directory, the best thing you can do is put image/brett.jpg. Now, the image should be the file found on your directory. In this case, it's images. And then we can save that, go onto the website, reload, and it's still not working. Now, so let's see how we have done this in the gallery.html, as it is linked to the images in the image file. Okay. Here you can see all the image sources are linked directly to the images you will find in the root file. If we were to go to the root file for brett.jpg, which is found here, we need the path, the correct path for the image. So, because the images is not found in the root file, it will not show as on the JPEG. So, if you were to place the images file inside the root file, and then save the document and reload on the web page, the image will